All right, I'm ready to record episode 178. Like, we've done all the notes. I don't know what's going on, but Tobin's not around. Like, what the hell is that?
Yay! Yay! Yay!
Dude, what the hell's going on? We have to record the show. Dude, like, what the hell game are you playing? Oh.
Yay!
God damn it! It took forever to get you off that game. What the hell?
I'm sorry, but when it comes to you or Yakuza wins.
Anyhow, I'm
sorry that it's 1 a.m.
Yeah,
now.
I know. I gotta get home. I'm Yuzo Watanabe, and this week we are covering a ton of games: Star Trek Online, Darwinia Plush, Heavy Rain demo, and and Battlefield Bad Company 2 demo.
Hell yeah, and I'm Tobin Kozai. Our new releases include The Misadventures of PB Winterbottom, Plants vs. Zombies on the iPhone, and Ace Attorney Investigations: Miles Edgeworth. But let's get started with Star Trek Online.
Alright, if I'm Sulu, who are you?
Kirk!
Oh, whatever!
Kirk!
Really?
I fuck blue bitches.
Whatever, man.
That's what I do. I just
Green
paint them.
bitches.
Whatever. Whatever.
Wait, so the ones with the little fucking antenna? Those
I was just
bitches?
thinking of the Na'vi. So.
Oh, yeah. I don't think they ever went to Planet Na'vi,
Yeah,
unfortunately, but
I would. As Captain Kirk, I
yeah,
would
Captain Kirk would fucking be this big. Na'vi would be like, what? You're going to stick your head in there?
She'll
Like what?
spin me around like a top. I don't even care.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Star Trek Online.
Yeah, so what is it?
It's a Star Trek MMO.
Yeah. Does that sound exciting to you? Or did that sound exciting to you when you first heard about it?
I mean, you and I have talked about this before, where it's just like, you know, you and I aren't really MMO players anymore. I mean, like part of it's necessity, where it's like we can't be MMO players and do the podcast. But on the other, like the second part of it, at least for me, is that it's really gotten to the point now where I can sense the mechanics. Like, if I'm playing an MMO, it feels to me like I can sense the time wasting. It's just like, this is a game engineered to just take as much of your time as humanly possible.
Well, I mean, exactly. I mean, they have MMO conventions at this point, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like you go to somebody, get a quest.
Yep.
You get some sort of result of that. You group up together, you fight. I mean, it's just like everybody has been following World of Warcraft at this point.
Yeah.
And it's just so similar.
It is.
You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. It's like I'm in a different setting now. It's like, granted, yeah, now I have phasers and I have maybe ship combat, which is a little different.
Right.
For the most part, I am going to a new zone, killing some bitches, coming back to getting my things.
And then it's all the same things where it's like, you know, you get the skill trees that you're improving, you get the experience levels, you get the fetch quests, you get the exploration quests, I mean, like, it's, you know, and the thing is a lot of people love it. So it's just like, you know, people really get into this. It's not as much our thing. Like, you and I are a lot more excited about what's coming down the line, which is people rethinking MMOs, where they're like
APB?
APB is the one that I'm super, super excited for.
They're taking the idea of persistent worlds and applying game styles that we like.
Yes,
right?
yes,
I think that's
exactly.
That's what's going on, because you take an MMO, it's just like, it's an MMO, in quote unquote, and it's just like, it's the same shit we're talking about. But with APB, dude, it's like, you know, multiplayer combat, driving games.
Crackdown.
Crackdown.
It is Crackdown, the MMO.
And then you look at like what BioWare is doing with KOTOR, right?
Yes.
It's just like, okay, well, let's take one of the best, you know, freaking developers RPGs in like around right now, who've done Mass Effect, Dragon Age. It's like, let's really make an MMO out of it.
Right.
I am really excited about it.
I am too. I mean, it looks like they did a lot of nice stuff with the Force powers. They did a lot of nice, you know, just a lot of really good spoken dialogue.
Yep.
You know, they've really so.
Oh, I think they've addressed the big complaint you have about it, or they will.
The
right?
world not being affected by my actions.
Yeah, like you being a core part of it. I think they're going to fix that. So
Yeah.
if they still have the fetch quests and some of the other like crafting elements, but you feel like you're really doing something, do you think?
That would make a big difference to me, because I mean, like, you know, one of the things I was going to mention this is that, you know, I was sitting there playing through, you know, Star Trek Online, and it's just, you know, one of these things where like, oh, the universe is in trouble, and you know, the Earth is being attacked by Borg ships, and you go out single-handedly and destroy a bunch of Borg ships, and there's nobody around but you, and it's just like, all right, so you put me in an instance, and then you go back in, and then the world starts happening, but
And
it's
you're
just like,
insignificant again.
yeah, and you're insignificant, and you're gonna be insignificant because they're gonna send you on like a mission to kill 7 Ferengi,
Yep.
and then, you know, you come
And
back
then kill
it's
some
like,
Klingons and whatever. But did you find it, like, one thing I found really interesting about this particular demo was that they actually made Borgs the rats of MMO. I mean, right? You think about about it.
That's
right?
true.
I'm just like, Borgs are supposed to be fucking badass.
Yeah, that's supposed to be like
Yeah.
Tiamat.
Yeah.
Right? That's supposed to be like Borgs are the end boss. They're not just
the Borg
like
cube, right?
Yeah,
Should
they're
be
not
the-
like, all right, here's your stick. Yeah, you're like, and it's like the Borg is like one, miss, one. You're like,
But no, what you're doing is you've killed like 20 Borg while you're going around, and then you killed like 8 cubes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree. I mean, I understand. Look, like you don't want to do rats anymore. You don't want to kill. Like I don't know what the equivalent is. Like killing fucking tribbles, right?
Yeah, tribbles would be good.
But like that's like okay, fine, yeah, like that'd be awesome. But like no, they put you against one of the most feared.
Yeah. Where do you go
foes.
from there? Yeah, it's just like they've given you what is basically usually the unbeatable enemy in Star Trek.
Yeah.
And then you just basically walk all over them with some bullshit. Like I had Ensign Junk Slut of the USS Bukake, and I was flying the universe, destroying Borgs.
Yeah, like it was
my
whatever.
level 1 character.
Yeah.
There's a Borg cube this big, and I'm like pew 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 boom.
So like what is it? So like you find some Klingons, just like Klingons, really?
Yeah.
Like whatever.
I killed all the
guess.
Borg, bitch.
Yeah, it's just
I need to
like
fight Klingons.
and of course then they will kick your ass because now it's not a tutorial anymore.
Yeah.
Now they've got to show you who's boss. So
So I gotta share an email with you that was really funny. So there's this guy. We've had a couple people that were just like, hey, I want to help you guys get into Star Trek Online.
Oh really?
And I wrote back to them like, I appreciate the offer. Like I know that we really we just basically wanted to get a taste. We're not doing. If you guys are serious MMO players, you're not really you're not really here for we just wanted to get a taste of it and see if it was something that would pull us in. But this guy was just like, you just got to give it like 20 hours, and they put a bunch of really bad stuff in the beginning, and you have to fight through this stuff. And the thing is, he's like sitting there describing it to me. He's like,
wow.
He's like, the more I type, the more this sounds like bullshit. He's like, I actually feel stupid trying to defend this game to you. Like he was really cool. Like he was this really cool guy. Right? Like
it wasn't even a joke. He actually it almost felt honest. He was like, maybe you shouldn't play this game.
Yeah, he said, honest to God, the only reason I'm playing is I'm sick of WoW. And he's just like, and the thing
that's
is,
not a good reason to play a game.
He knows that he likes MMO mechanics,
sure.
And you might as well just swap one up for the other.
It's a theme. It's a skin on top of it, and that's all they're really doing with all these things. So really, right? If you look at the first gen game, right, Ultima Online, EverQuest, that's one thing, and then you have the second generation, which I think World of Warcraft, and everybody copying that.
Yeah.
We need the third wave of MMOs to really kick ass. I think what really bothers me is that I think the third wave of MMOs is all the social gaming bullshit that we have right now. Think about it, right?
If you tell me that Farmville is the third wave of MMOs. Fuck!
Look how much money is being sent to all of the different startups, and Zynga's making I don't know how many gods. I still can't believe I fucking remember the VP of marketing that I was just.
Oh yeah, you were shit. That was hilarious. we were at this game thing, and you use it they were selling us on Farmville. Like
it was Mafia.
Oh, it was Mafia Wars or whatever. And User's like, this bullshit isn't a game. Fuck you and your viral bullshit. Like this is stupid. He's like, no, it's a great game. You're like, where's the game?
Yeah, show me
the game, bitch.
We talked for an hour arguing, and it was the VP of marketing, who what I should have been doing, gives me my business card saying, hire me. Right? Because they're making gobs of millions of dollars. But I'm like, dude, no, I was like, no, here's the rules of play. Show me what the fuck your game is doing in this game.
It's not a game if you win by spamming all your friends with invites to play with your to come choke the chicken in your farmland. It's just,
Anyhow,
so
I don't know.
Star Trek Online.
It's the second wave. It's the follower of World of Warcraft. So
so there's going to be a divergence, right? There's going to be all the time-wasting, Facebooky, viral bullshit MMO stuff that I don't give a fuck about, like Farmville. And then hopefully this way we've got APB.
Yeah.
We got some stuff like Mag. I wouldn't call that an MMO.
No,
but I thought there was one more that I was kind of, well, I mean, there's the KOTOR one. So
those are really the only two. I want a good FPS MMO.
Yeah.
That's one thing I think was missing. And I played a lot of PlanetSide back in the day, and there's supposed to be Huxley. Remember Huxley?
Yes, Huxley. That was
what happened to Huxley?
So Star Trek Online. There's two major forms of play. There's space battles. And then there's ground battles.
And is there much of a difference?
Space battles are in 3D.
Yeah, but you're going around.
Besides that,
shit?
no, it's the same thing. So I mean, you're flying around and you've got the standard 10-option attack bar, just like in every MMO, and each one is recharging just like in every MMO, and you just
Oh, one thing they do a little differently. You can get different crewmates.
Yes.
So I think what they did that because they want to actually make it soloable.
Yeah.
So and I don't know if you can actually get other people in to take all those spots, but you can get I am going to be Science-y, right? I'll be Spock, and then like I'll have Tobin be my assault.
Yeah,
is
so
that
it's
how
like
it works?
they add their characteristics to your ship. So it's like you get an assault guy, and your ship is better at battle because you've got him with you, or you can. And I think you can take them on ground missions.
Yeah, but then like, is that really how you're then going to play when because we never actually got far enough where we like started teaming up.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how that works. Like
maybe they're giving people the option of playing alone, like building a party without having to talk to other human beings.
Yeah. Obviously, we did not play this game very much. So,
Yeah, I mean, it was just one of those things where we wanted to pop in and check it out. Honestly, if you're going to play an MMO, like, I find WoW a lot more enjoyable because the thing is they have fine-tuned the mechanics such that it all makes a lot of sense, and it's this very gentle flow where they explain things really well. Being newer, you kind of throw yourself in, and they're like, make sure you drag the this bar over here and click the, and like on the bottom is like a million buttons, and if you hover over them, they don't say what they are.
Tooltips are not very good.
The tutorial is not very good, and the game mechanics, like the flying around in space, it's very pretty. Like if you're flying around in space, it's very nice looking, but I find it very unrewarding. Like just the kind of push when you're recharging.
Yeah, I mean, with standard WoW mechanics, where you don't have all the other stuff that you're talking about, like all the great raids that they have, all the great dungeons that they've built, and they built at this point.
I'm
now,
sure they're working on that.
You think?
I'm sure they're putting in raids and dungeons and all that stuff. Like,
what the hell is a raid?
It should be all on the ground, right? Like they'll just be like, oh, go into this fucking Borg cave. I don't know.
Really?
It's gonna be like King, that Borg bitch from the movie that was trying to have sex with Data. Flopping her Borg titties around.
All right, well, hey, if you do that, that'd be great. I want to see Khan. I want to see. Like in this game, like if you're gonna do it, you gotta get all the best fucking characters, right?
That's true.
Oh,
you can't get Ricardo Montalban to do that. So anyway, that was that.
Dead?
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, so whatever. Like.
Whatever. Yeah.
I will straight up admit that this is not a fair thing for us to review. Like we just wanted to see if it would grab us. That's all we like. And if you're a serious MMO person. Do not take our word for it. Go check it out for yourself. Get a free trial, whatever. Yep. But if you're not an MMO person,
and you're curious about
it, it really didn't grab us. Like all of the stuff was kind of standard MMO, but just not as good because it's not that well polished.
And the thing is, if you think about it, like if you look back at all the MMOs we've tried, like very few of them really did capture it. Especially if you compare it to WoW, right? Lord of the Rings, Dungeons and Dragons. We've tried all of them. So,
and I was actually really frustrated by a bunch of bugs in it too. Like there were several bugs. There was one time there was a probe that I was supposed to shoot that was embedded inside a ship. And I had to restart the mission. There was one thing where they're like, go talk to Sulu and get your next mission. I went over and talked to him and he wouldn't talk to me.
Really?
So I had to go do other stuff instead. So I mean, there's just like if you're a Trekkie, check it out.
Check it out for about 10 days, and I think you'll get your fill.
So next up, Darwinia Plus.
Yeah, so Darwinia, I think this is pretty old. I don't remember when it came out on like PC.
Yeah, it was a couple years ago on the PC.
Yeah, a few years.
But now it's on Xbox Live Arcade.
Yeah, and it's in HD. It looks pretty good for a pretty like simplistic polygon-based game. What is it?
It is weird. So you're inside of a computer world, and there are these Darwinians. I guess they call them Darwinians. Yeah. And you're basically just kind of rescuing the inside of a computer from viruses. And it's kind of an RTS, but it's a little more arcadey than an RTS because you only have at least in the beginning, you only have 4 things that you could control spots, right, for units, and you can get either gatherers, which are going and grabbing stuff, or your army. Your army,
which is weird because you control directly. Yeah. You don't actually say, hey, go here and go fight some shit.
Right.
You go and you shoot, which is I think an interesting move that they did.
Yeah, and then later on you can actually change the control mode such that you can send the army guys around.
Oh, you can? Good.
And you can also leave them in a spot and they'll attack back, which is nice.
Good.
So like I got but basically what it is there's all these missions where they're saying, get your Darwinians from point A to point B, or retake this world because there's a factory over here and they need to you need to get these Darwinians to go run the factory, and each one is just a maybe like an hour-long mission that you have to go through the whole world and kind of beat it down, and you're beaming yourself around with radar dishes and you're collecting shit with engineers and fighting dudes, and
so it's
all super old school polygony.
Yeah. Like, but didn't you get a feeling like for me, like so many RTS games have failed? Like this feels right. You know what I mean? For a console, I mean, you're talking about you don't need a mouse and a keyboard to play this game.
No.
And I'm playing around and it's just like, wow, I'm actually having a lot of fun. This is really interesting. I did not actually end up buying the trial.
Really?
Well, it's just like, I was looking at it, I'm playing, and I'm like, I gotta go finish Bioshock and Mass Effect. Maybe I'll come back to it. But it didn't drag me enough where I was like, I'm gonna buy this right away.
So I bought it. I bought it. Like,
okay.
I was I was really enjoying what they did with it, and I really liked their aesthetic. Like, I wanted to reward them for building this world where I'm like, this is fucking neat. Like, and the cool thing is I got to the point where I started seeing how they would take it a step back, where you know, you could send an engineer over here, and then you like, I know my squad needs to get over here, and you can actually give them an order and then go over here and do other stuff. So you can kind of back off, navigate around the world, find out where you're going, and meanwhile your squad dudes are like running around. Like, so you actually start to do the RTS-y control stuff.
Well, I got that feeling too. Did you play any of the multiplayer stuff?
No.
So there's a multiplayer skirmish that you can play. So it gets a CPU, but it's like taking control points. So all you have is Darwinians, at least in the thing that I try, and you basically capture control points which generate more Darwinians, and you have your other guy, and you're basically sending them, and then they take control points, and if you stay long enough in the control points, you get points.
Okay.
And it's you're constantly doing this, and it's the same sort of thing where you're zooming at, and like trying to make sure you get enough people.
Yeah.
But it's weird because like the selection mechanism is odd. You basically point, and it's like it goes, "What?" And it basically in that circle, whatever Darwinians you have, that's what you can send to your place.
Oh, that's
so it's a really because like with
that's
the other
different than single player.
Yeah, because the other one is you select a guy and then you tell him to go that way, which you can't do in this, but this one's a little bit different.
So I definitely had some pretty big complaints, though. I mean, like, being that it's a couple years old, their pathfinding was shit.
Oh, yeah.
Really, really frustratingly bad, whereas just, like, I kept backing off, and I would just, you know, like, my soldiers would have to walk a friggin' mile, which if I was controlling them, I'd get really bored. So I'm like, all right, go do this, and I'd go and do something else, and I'd come back, and they'd be, like, walking into a mountain or something. I was like, come on, you know, your world is really fucking simple. You know, like,
I can see the polygons. I can see the lines.
Yeah, and then the other thing is a lot of the respawning was bullshit. Like, it really frustrated me.
Respawning of the enemies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's just, you know, like, I really like the kind of conquering a world where it's like you conquer it and you move on, you know, like, and they had these egg tossers.
Yeah.
Where it's just, you know, I would go off and do stuff, and, you know, in the beginning you only can control, like, 3 squads. So if they've got like 4 egg tossers, you're spending half your time like, all right, run your soldiers over here, and while that's happening, there's viruses over here, and then you run back over here, and there's viruses over here. They're killing your Darwinians and stuff. And I was like, when the world started getting really big, like I've beat 4 or 5 levels now, it starts to get a little frustrating where they're just
Is it because you
respawning.
have to micromanage more? Is that the kind of... Because I know you hate micromanaging. That's
I do, and I also hate the time wasted, right? Where it's just like, if all I'm doing is just spending 3 minutes walking my soldiers back to where these viruses are again, and then walking them over here, I'm not thinking while I'm doing that.
So can you like just build more soldiers and like do both ends, or
you kind of can? But I mean, like, you know, like you really are limited to, like you said, 4.
Yeah, okay.
So if
that
you've got
doesn't
2
increase that
engineers
much.
and 2 soldier squads,
I see.
So I mean, I'm not saying that that's like killing it, but it's not going to be like game of the year.
Yeah,
but it's certainly really, really fun, and the trial actually gives you more than enough to make your decision. I like that the trial's nice and long.
So basically, what you've played in the trial, you saw continue, and it's not it doesn't change that much.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's some of the things which the game we'll talk about probably a little bit later. But I think it's really I think it's a testament to the fact that it's a pretty old game. I mean, it's like 4 or 5 years old. And like the fact that they bring it all the way to Xbox Live in 2010, and it still kind of has a good feeling compared to even like brand new games. Is like that's a testament. Was it 10 or 15?
It was 15.
15.
That's the part that I would say like it should have been 10. It is definitely overpriced at $15.
So hopefully there'll be a sale. Like for me, like what I played is just like at 15, it's like $15. I don't know if it's worth $15 compared to some of the other stuff. If it's 10, I'll be like, yeah, sure, yeah, totally.
I don't regret the purchase, but I would say that's a $10 game, right? Okay. Like it's not like I'm like I want my money back, but I mean, I definitely really dug it.
Yeah. So the trial was good, but I'll get to it eventually. I think so.
So next up.
Yeah. So I was worried about this game. So this game's Heavy Rain demo.
Heavy Rain, the demo. It's on PS3. Oh, it's only a PS3
only
game.
PS3 game. PS3 exclusive. I was worried because I played Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
And Fahrenheit was a game which like started off awesome for the first 6 to 8 hours, and then I don't know what the fuck happened. They basically made it supernatural and aliens, and I lost.
It was still awesome,
but it was story.
Still awesome.
It was heavily story based, and they made for the first 6 to 8 hours. I was sold, and the game's like whatever, but like quick time event. So I was just like, dude,
it's a playable movie, basically.
Basically, I mean, it's Dragon's Lair.
Yeah.
Like on crack,
it is.
right?
It is. It's like the next generation Dragon Slayer for sure.
And I was just like, dude, if they screw that up again with Heavy Rain, then I'm going to be not sold on this game.
Yeah.
But I don't know, dude.
So what did you think?
Okay, so I went into it and I'm like, okay, it's a playable movie, whatever. Yeah, you have to do an action with your joystick for everything.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like, I got my inhaler out of my pocket.
Yeah.
Whoop. Gotta hit this at whoop, and then hit the button a couple times. Whoop, and it's just like everything, right? I actually didn't mind it.
Okay, good. I was playing through it. Like I'll say right now, I fucking loved it. I loved it because like this is my kind of thing. Like this is total film noir, like feels like I'm playing an episode of The Wire, sort of just kind of, and I like that kind of, feeling like you're controlling all the actions, but I was playing through it, I'm like, man, Yuza's not going to like some of this stuff. I was like, I wonder if Yuza's really not going to like Heavy Rain, because there's some stuff that is definitely a little bit strange.
I was going through it, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I can kind of see what they're doing, but you know what? I was pleasantly surprised that it didn't bother me.
Yeah.
And I think it didn't bother me because I was like, watching people talk, right? And I'm like, oh my god, what's this guy do? Dude, like, should I be talking about this particular thing with this woman? And I kind of know that I have 4 options, but I probably can only do 2 before she because I can tell in her voice.
So talk about the interface,
right? The interface
it's never been done before. I've never seen anything like this before. I mean, there's been similar.
Sure, yeah.
But
it's like the words. So when you're talking to somebody, the dialogue options is just like 4 options are circling your head.
It's like tag clouds, basically. It's these things floating around your body.
You could the thing is, you could kind of boil it down to the Mass Effect. 4 quadrants. Do something, nasty, do something good, do something whatever. But they're just flying around, and I'm like, and you actually have to time it, right? Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I can kind of get it.
Yeah.
And it's just you do it, and then they start talking, and it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here watching a really good movie.
Yeah, and that's what I found really fascinating about it is that they've made sure that your choices matter. Like what you say determines, like people will get pissed at you, or you can get in fights or avoid fights. You can kind of choose your actions, and even when you're not in a conversation dialogue, you can pull down the left shoulder button, and you'll still get some thoughts that you're having. So you can actually ponder shit while you're wandering around. You can actually see inside his head and see what he's thinking.
I think they use that for hints too sometimes, right? So it's like another mechanism they do that, and it's just like the whole interaction, like talking with I'm not giving anything; it's just a demo, right? I'm talking with this woman and asking about her son, and I'm like, dude, like, I don't know if I should go this route. Like, I don't know if she'll just shut down. It's just like, because from everything they've been saying is like the way the branching scheme that they have can go anywhere, and it's permanent.
Yeah.
It will affect future storylines.
And
in the game.
People are saying that there's like 40 different endings.
Yeah, I know.
So I mean, you really are going to be making decisions that change what happens.
Yeah, I wonder
whether you're a good person that's saving people, whether you're just very standoffish. I mean, like we saw that thing with the guy robbing the store.
Yeah.
Where you could just be like, fuck it. I'm going to wait till that guy shoots the fucking clerk in the head, and I'm just going to hang out the back of the store, do nothing.
Yeah, like be scared or like not whatever. It's just like, I'm really curious. Like, are you going to need that guy at the end? Are you going to need someone? It's like, there's so many options.
And I don't know how to play. It's one of these things where it's like, because they're not, it's not like one of these games where like, are you good or evil? This is like, you're a person. What would you do? How do you want to live your life? It's not like necessarily intervening in a robbery isn't the smartest thing to do. It's not like that's the good thing. You might get shot in the fucking head.
Yeah, and like I'm wondering too, because like normally as a gamer, like for me, I'm totally OCD, and I want to get the best experience in the world, right? No, seriously.
There's no best.
And there's no best. Yeah. Like even with BioShock, I know if I am good, I know I will get the atom at a certain point because I am good, and I'll get all these special shit, right? Yeah. And I do that, and part of it's because I want to be good, part of that. But this one, I'm like, there's no good, there's no better. So
it's just life.
I don't know how to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which is a cool feeling. I like games that make me feel things that I can't identify. I'm like, that's weird. I feel tingly down here.
Yeah, and that's what we really love. I mean, just as people that play 4 to 5 games a week, we want to be surprised. We want to be put in a situation we don't. It's like, this is why we play fucking video games. You know what I mean?
And I wanted to mention something that gave me a huge boner this week that I did not.
Do I want to know this? Sorry, I don't know.
So I was spanking it to Asian porn.
Okay, just
Oh wait, but so I did not realize that the guy that did the crazy motherfucker. I was reading his blog, by the way, and he's just like, I was up till 3 in the morning last night trying to think of plot points relating to the character cutting his finger off. Blah blah. He's like, I haven't seen my kids for 2 weeks. I don't think they recognize me. Like he's just like you're like reading through this, you're like, oh my god, you're a psycho. But anyway, he did Fahrenheit, which he did this. He did Omicron: The Nomad Soul, which nobody played but me.
What game was that?
So it was back in the late 90s, and it was this crazy, really experimental. It was one of my favorite video games of all time. But you're wandering around in this futuristic world, and you get to the point where you can pass your soul off to people by touching them at any time. So you're just wandering around. You can like move. So like
Why does
if
this
you need
sound
to,
familiar?
if you need to be able to break through a big door, you go into a big guy and smash the door or whatever. But then like David Bowie is one of the characters in the game, and sometimes you walk into a room because he's a famous music star in the game. You walk into a room
as a David Bowie or a different name?
As a different name.
Okay, gotcha.
But you walk into a room and he's performing a concert.
Yeah?
And they do it. Like, it pulls the camera back, and it's like a choreographed David Bowie singing a song in this fucking game.
What the fuck?
It was one of the weirdest things I've ever played in my whole life. It was one of my favorite games
Why
ever.
have I never played this game?
Nobody did. Nobody played it.
So it was on PC.
Yeah.
It came out late 90s.
Late 90s. Yeah.
It's not the one that one random guy that does the video games live. That's the same, because I remember you played that one. That's because why Omicron sounds like that name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
No, I don't remember which one.
The video games live.
Yeah, I know
he did
that-
that
I know that
game,
with the-
and then he did like 4 songs from his game that
Oh,
they showed.
no, I got that later. That was
Okay,
on
that's
Steam,
different.
and that was
okay.
good too.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so this
But
is
anyway,
totally different. Okay.
but anyway, that super, if any of you guys played Omicron way back in the day, which none of you did,
Is
you'll
it on
have a boner right now too.
So we should find out if it's like on Steam or Good Old Game or
Yeah.
any of the other or GameTap.
Yeah, if it's on GameTap or Steam.
curious to see actually
how it stands
now.
up. I would actually
Yeah.
play it. Well, I would try to play it again. We'll see how it stands up. But you're right. Let's try and find that on the thing. So
and
anyway,
actually, that actually relates to the last game for Darwinia.
Yeah,
One of
yeah.
the awesome things that I liked about Darwinia is that they're the same guys that did DEF CON.
oh,
So
DEF CON
that
was
style,
good.
right? It's just
Yeah.
like I love this. It's a intro version, I believe, is the name of
Okay.
the thing. So like their style is so awesome because it harkens back to like our time,
Super old school stuff,
right? It's
yeah.
just like our when we're growing up, we're seeing all this old style
Yeah.
stuff. We're playing like Hacker and a bunch of these other games,
Yep.
just like, and they're making new games in that style.
It tweaks your heart.
Yeah, so keep doing it.
Absolutely.
Oh.
So Heavy Rain demo, big thumbs up. I'm glad that you liked it. We'll see if you like the game all the way through.
It made me want to buy at launch. It's like
Yeah.
if they can sustain this level of storytelling, and I think they can.
I think they can too.
Because I read, and you want to know why? Like I read this Edge article interviewing them, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, we went kind of supernatural and weird halfway through. We're not going to do that with this game.
Oh.
And I'm like,
Nice. So they're like,
Yeah.
fuck it, we're keeping it.
yeah, so they're keeping it real, like all the way through.
And real quick, let me mention, I love his futuristic crime glasses. I fucking love that shit.
Didn't you feel like you're playing CSI?
I totally did. He's like walking around a crime scene. You're like, hold on, and it's like, boop, 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 boop. He's like, oh, there's DNA on that plant. And he goes over. He's like, no, it's just from one of the cops. But I mean, it's just like he's got these cool like night, like you're following blood up a hill and all this
Dude,
stuff.
I don't know if they're still working on the game. I hope like at some point he takes them off and has some stupid fucking
And
one-liner.
he goes, yeah.
Something. That's all I want him to do. So please
That's
do
right. That's right.
that.
So
We're gonna skip this one. So
last one up is Battlefield Bad Company 2, the demo.
yeah. So a lot of people were asking, dude, have you tried this demo yet?
Yeah.
Dude, like, yeah, it's a Modern Warfare 2 killer. No, it is not.
Why not?
Why did you like it? So you liked it, right?
I thought it was really fun.
What?
I mean-
so that's why. This is why it's not a Modern Warfare 2 killer, because Tobin likes it.
What does that
and
have
had
to
a
do
good
with
time.
anything? But I mean, like, what didn't you like about it?
Okay, so the thing is, a lot of people were saying, and we even made the comment, right? We're watching the video and like, okay, I can understand, like, they kind of changed some stuff around. You can kill people faster,
Yep.
which is different. But it feels like Battlefield Bad Company 1. It really does. It feels janky. I'm kind of moving around. It's like clipping and all this other stuff. And I'm like, I'm shooting at somebody.
Yeah.
And even though they die quicker, I'm shooting at somebody. I don't get that visceral feel that they are going down. That I get in Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, I can understand. Yeah, you get vehicles, you can drive around raw, but guess what? You have vehicles, you have to make the map really big. If you're not in a vehicle, which and a lot of times I wasn't.
Yeah.
Guess what? I go down to my squad mates, take both tanks, and leave me because of course that's generally what happens.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You can hop in the gun, dude. I was hopping in the gun.
no, they leave me. I'm like running, chasing. I'm like, stop,
Yeah.
and nothing. And that happens in Battlefield all the time, right? And I walk, and it's just like with Modern Warfare 2, it's just like they will have their spawn. I mean, it's not the perfect, but they'll have the spawn points so close that you're almost always going to be in action within a few seconds.
Well, the spawn points in this is you can always spawn on your squad mates. So it's like if they're up in the action, you can kind of pop in
Yes.
wherever they are, which is, it's kind of nice as long as they're not dead back at the base.
Yeah, which is just, like half the time happens.
Yeah.
But know what I mean? My main complaint is like the maps are just too big.
Really?
Right? Because they have to make them big because you have helicopters, you have
Yeah.
tanks, you have Humvees and all that, and you just got to do it. It's their decision to do the style, and I think what they're really trying to sell the game on is the destructibility.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything for me. The fact that a building can be blown down is just like, okay. So given all that,
so I don't play Modern Warfare 2. I don't generally play multiplayer games because I don't find them that fun.
Yeah.
So I just hopped in. I was just like, let's see what this is all about. And I was having a blast. Like I was running around. And it was just like this guy was driving by in a tank and he slows down. And I hop in and I'm on the gun. And then like, I was actually going around like having some success at killing people. Where I was, really? I was like fighting with people, and it wasn't really frustrating to me. I mean, like it's not like I'm super awesome. They were killing me all the. I was dying a lot. Sure. I would hop up on this building, and like there'd be airstrikes coming in, and walls would be falling off the building. Like I thought it looked really good, and I hopped up on this gun that shoots rockets, and this guy like comes around this corner in a tank, and I'm like, ka. His tank explodes. It's like 100 points, killing a tank, and I was just like, it was one of these things where I was just having a good time. Like it seemed, I popped into the sniper, and I was picking people off, and I popped in the machine gun, I was doing whatever, like.
Wow,
a lot of these other games, like I've played Battlefield 2. I've played a couple of these other games that have been pretty big lately.
Yeah.
And I tend to hop in, and they're so super specialized that I feel like I don't even know what the fuck people are doing. People are like, don't walk over there. It's just like this map. Everybody has to have this piece of armor and run to the left first. It's just like they get to this thing.
And if you don't, you die.
Yeah.
Like seriously, like unless you know the map, unless you know all the weapons.
And I'm sure that this will happen with this too. I mean, people get good at this stuff. They learn all the perfect ways to do it. But basically, I thought that it looked really nice. I thought it played really well. It was just I thought that it was just really well done.
That's interesting. So I think maybe you guys can probably take from this from a connoisseur of FPS, like multiplayer FPS, is like this doesn't hold a candle to what currently is the top of the heap right now.
Yeah.
From a casual perspective, in terms of like you're just playing it and you're just trying to have fun, maybe.
Yeah. But you're not talking about any specific mechanics. You're talking about like just kind of the general overall feel of it just didn't feel as tight.
Oh no, I mean I can go into like full detail, but it's just like it's the combat, it's the map design, it's the flow, the pacing, it's the weapons. It's the weapons just like they just didn't have. They
didn't
have it's the connection that you feel. So the only a few games have really nailed it.
Yeah.
Even Halo to extent I don't think has really done a good job with it. Where you're shooting and then you see something happen and then they die or they get damaged.
Yeah.
When I'm going poof, poof, and like Counter-Strike has done this really well. Modern Warfare has done it. All the Call of Duty, most of the Call of Duties have done it.
Yeah.
Where you just feel this visceral reaction. It's like bam, bam, dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like
I felt that way with the sniper rifle. Like when I was playing in this, like there was a couple times that there was some guy on this this big anti-tank gun. He was like killing his people, and I sighted through the little hole like with my sniper. I was like, pow! He's like falls back. I was just like, that was awesome.
See, I can feel that with almost every weapon.
Yeah.
And even same like another thing with a grenade too. I would toss it and be like, ooh, da-dunk, da-dunk, and like blow up and kill somebody. It's just like for some reason I just don't get the same satisfaction because maybe it's the sound, maybe it's the feel, maybe it's just everything about it. It just feels kind of amateur hour for me for this game.
Interesting.
And you have to be at a certain level, right, at this point to do it. And I think from a quality perspective, Halo's got there. From a quality perspective, even Gears of War has gotten there. And I don't even think that this game's at that level.
Well, see, I think that this game is vastly superior to Halo. Like, I really
Halo
don't.
Is superior
I think
in what way?
Multiplayer. Well, I mean, just in terms of the feel of it. Like, I think the multiplayer in Halo sucks. I think it's really fucking boring. Like I think energy weapons don't have any fun to them. Like it's like pew, pew, pew,
but can you
pew,
identify like what the feeling is? What is it? What it's lacking? What it does?
Well, I mean, graphically, I think this game is 10 times prettier than Halo for one thing.
Interesting.
Like just because Halo's all shardy. Like it's just kind of
it's stylistically
it's like Tron. It's not. It doesn't have that nice feel to it. And like I think that the weapons feel a lot more surgical in this game. Like it was just a lot. Like I really felt like I knew what was happening. Whereas with Halo, it's just like
put a room.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that the Gears of War combat's more fun than this game, for example. Like I really like the Gears of War combat. I thought that was fun as hell.
Interesting.
Especially like catching somebody with surprise with the gun. Blade thing.
Well, the whole chainsaw aspect is and that's what I'm saying with the visceral feel when I have this direct connection between the weapon and me, and I just didn't feel with this one because like here's the thing for the readout, right, that you're hitting somebody's like these little bars and I'm just looking for those bars like and I don't know if it was the sound or if the feel like all of it, none of it just had direction. So
all right.
I am not gonna play this game.
I thought it was all right.
But did you like it enough to?
No, I'm not going to play it. Well, actually, that's not true. I'll play the game for the single player campaign.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So next up is new releases. So this is exciting.
Yeah, this is
maybe
well
interesting
because I don't think it's an exciting week.
Oh no, I'm saying just this game, Plants vs Zombies on the iPhone. That's cool. That's very cool.
I'm kind of interested in seeing what they do.
Oh, this is not an exciting week at all. This is a bunch of shit. This is a bunch of shit this week. But next week we got Heavy Rain.
Yeah,
and something else. I thought there was one other game.
There might be another.
But anyway, next week's Heavy Rain. So fuck it. That's awesome.
That's all you're going to be playing.
But this week.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to be finishing BioShock and probably playing some Mass Effect 2.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're going to talk about next week.
Not much.
But, yeah, it's going to be a light episode.
We'll talk about Plants vs. Zombies on the iPhone.
I hope. Yeah, I think so. I have actually only bought 1 or 2 different apps on the iPhone. I think this will be the first game.
Yeah.
Have you bought any games?
Like
for yourself?
Yeah, I did. I bought a couple, but I was disappointed in most of them. Like I played that. There's like some cube game where you're going around.
Yeah. That Bumblebee game where you're like flipping stuff around. That was kind of lame.
But I mean, we bought a bunch of crappy games in the beginning, and then we've never gone back, right? Like we just haven't really gone back to the iPhone for gaming because every time I do, it's not good.
And I think with Plants vs. Zombie, I mean, you think about it, right? All you're doing is clicking in the game. It's like
it seems to be perfectly designed for that interface.
So, and on PopCap, I have pretty much the extreme respect for because I think any game they put out with such polish, that'll always be good. So I could with $3, right? Like, okay,
is it going to be $3?
$3. So like
buy at launch $3 fucking dollars.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you kidding me?
So yeah, we'll give a full review.
And
see how it does.
This week, whenever Yuzo and I take a shit, we will be playing Plants vs. Zombies on the iPhone. I guarantee it.
Yes. People should not be asking to borrow our
iPhones. No. You don't
not
want my iPhone.
No.
My shit-stained fingers.
When you do your what is it, shitter Twitters? And,
shitter Twitters.
Dude, half the Twitters you probably do are shitter Twitters, man. I know at least a quarter of mine are.
I have no comment. Deep Thoughts from the Shitter by Tobin Kozaire.
Exactly.
Next up, Ace Attorney Investigations.
Miles Edgeworth. So they went away from Phoenix Wright.
Yeah.
It's somebody different. I think the game style is a little different.
Okay.
But not that different.
Yeah, I mean, the
last
Phoenix Wright I played was very like old Sierra style, where you pick up a bunch of items and then you're kind of using them to present your case. So it's just like, you present them in a certain order, and there is about 8,000 hours of dialogue clicky. And it's like, and I remember one of these games I actually stopped playing because it was one of those ones where most good games with a lot of dialogue these days, they let you push a button and it flashes all the dialogue on the screen, and you push it again and it disappears. And this was like, it was like, and if you held on the button, it doubled in speed. So it's like, and it's just like, I read 10 times faster than you're giving me these fucking words, like, and it's just wordy words.
Was that Phoenix Wright or just one of those?
It was one of the Phoenix Wright games.
It was
one, but I mean, I don't know how many there's been, but.
Well, I would imagine they probably wouldn't change any of those elements. I think they changed some of the other game elements. I don't understand the appeal. I think people that really get into the story and kind of like the try X item on X thing.
If you liked all the new Sam & Max games, if you liked all the new...
Anybody?
I'm just saying, somebody probably did. I mean, like, if you like all of these games that are old school Sierra style, try every item with every combination, this is what these games are.
Yeah, and we won't be playing it.
I don't like those kind of games.
No. It's too bad, too, because we actually haven't had a good DS game since Heroes of Might and Magic, right?
Yeah, that was the last one.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, was that 2010?
That was last year.
That's 2009.
Yeah, I mean, we played.
So we haven't had a DS game in
almost
2010.
a month and a half into 2010. I'm like, what did I play?
My DS is just gathering dust.
I know, PSP, like,
I haven't played any mobile games.
So, Plants vs. Zombie on iPhone, that's apparently going to be it.
That is going to be our mobile game. And then next up, my most anticipated game of the year.
Oh, yeah! Dynasty Warriors Strikeforce! I don't even, dude, like, I wrote this down just to piss you off.
I know, you're a dick.
And I know nothing about this game. Like, I just know it's Dynasty Warriors, and Strikeforce sounds kind of modern. Maybe it's with robots.
99 Dynasty Warriors.
What would it take for you to play a Dynasty Warrior game? Like, what theme must it have? Come on, man. You gotta have something.
I can't think of anything that would make me play a Dynasty Warriors game. There's just literally no reason to play them.
Maybe for killing Jar Jars or something like that?
Yeah, maybe it was like if it was like enemies that I hated.
Yeah, I can see that. Like Ninja Bread Mans are just like,
just running around.
just like killing people.
Like people on the YouTube comments running around saying fag, bias.
So yeah, maybe at some point Koei or whoever makes these games will say like, all right, NooBTooB, I've made you the first hit a million times game.
I'm just actually kind of surprised that they keep bringing these to the U.S. because I would love to see the sales comparisons because I know that Dynasty Warriors and 99 Nights in these games do really well in Japan. Like,
dude, Japanese love these games.
Anything that's like a feudal dude in armor, samurai armor, whooping up on people, by default, it could be a samurai dude whooping up on people dating sim, and it will just fucking sell through the roof.
But dude,
in Japan.
the best thing these guys ever did, as far as like making money, and like the intern, whoever made up this idea, like Dynasty Warriors Gundam.
Yeah,
remember that one?
I do.
I'm like, wow, that must have made $1 billion.
It was genius. It was pure genius. Now they need like Dynasty Warriors : like something with what was that, like Hello Kitty, and it's like why not just take everything that's popular in Japan and make a Dynasty Warriors out of it?
You'll make money. So give us a cut if you guys do that.
Dynasty Warriors : Bukake attack. You're just like hit A to jism.
Dude, they're totally going to make that now. What have you done?
Somebody's probably done that somewhere. So that is next week's releases.
If you guys have any suggestions on stuff we could play that we missed that you really want to hear about, I mean, we'll look in the YouTube comments. And
that was one thing I was going to actually ask people about. Is there's a bunch of indie games hitting Xbox Live Arcade that I haven't tried.
Oh, you mean in the indie, the indie section? Yeah.
Yes, I mean, if any of you guys either know somebody that's making a game or you've played it and it's really good, like if you guys find a good game in the indie Xbox Live section, let us know. We'll try it out. Indie Flash games.
I actually kind of we haven't played. I made a game with zombies in it, and we get that like every 2 weeks. Somebody says, "Have you played that game yet?"
You're right.
And apparently that actually there's this really good article. I don't know if I sent you to you, but somebody did an analysis of how much money was being made on those games.
Yeah.
And basically you look at the graph, and it's like I made a game of zombies, and it was like this, and number 2 was like here.
So it's just doing like gangbusters.
This is like $3,000 or something like that. But still, I mean, for some guy in a college dorm.
And that was on Xbox Live Arcade?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
not arcade. The indie.
Oh, the indies. Okay.
So just like recommend something. We'll pick some Flash games maybe or something.
Because we are now coming into end of February, early March when we're going to get good games again.
Yes.
But next week is fucking dead. So we need something
until heavy rain.
Until heavy rain.
Well, hopefully, are you going to finish Mass Effect? I mean, I really
yes.
I need to spend some more time on that.
I'm going to finish Mass Effect and BioShock.
Yeah.
Both of those I got to finish.
Dude, I'm so close. I'm at the end.
I can't believe you haven't beat it yet.
Well, dude, I've been working, so this weekend I am going to finish.
Do it.
Yes, but
so we have been having the Are You Fat contest.
Are You Fat contest? Week 2. Week 2 out of 12.
2 out of 12. So should we just start with the weigh-in?
Well, just real quick, dude, have you looked at the forum post lately?
It's huge.
It's like 8 or 9 pages. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
And we love to see you guys. Like we actually, you and I have friends, like our friend Karen.
Yeah.
We have friends that don't even watch the show, and they saw us twittering about the weight loss contest, and they're like, "Oh my god, that's so awesome! You guys are doing that. I might participate." Blah blah. I mean, people are really getting excited about this.
Well, hello, Karen's not gonna participate. She's the perfect weight. What the fuck was up with that?
Skinny people make us angry. We will force feed you donuts.
But no, I think it's really good. I mean, basically, we have at least maybe not 100, but at least 50 or 60 people that have already all weighed in.
Yep. So they're weighing in. They're specifying target weights. I mean, you guys are doing the weight contest exactly the way that we've meant it to happen, which is you're getting inspired. You're doing it with all your other friends, so people can kind of encourage each other to stick at it. And in the next 2 months, we're all going to lose some weight.
Absolutely. And some people are actually even doing where they want to gain weight.
3 months.
3 months. 12 weeks. Yeah, but some people need gain weight, so they're picking their targets higher. So it's totally cool. Whatever
if
works.
you're super skinny, fuck you, and also you can gain some weight.
Yes. But here's our weigh-in. Check it out.
Okay. All right, here we go. Here's the next measure, the BMI results. Week 2. Woo, is that lower?
Exactly this. I don't know. Let's see.
Let's see what this
I was 181 last week.
Yeah.
Oh,
you gained!
Damn it.
What happened, man?
I ate food.
Oh,
no more burritos for you.
No more
You're
burritos,
gonna have to work.
stupid belly.
You're wearing heavier clothes.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, is that going up?
Stupid line.
You know how this game works, right?
Charts me. Oh, wait till your turn, buddy.
Alright.
Dun-it.
Oh, 29.48. Come on, bitch. Come on. Woo!
Oh, I think you lost something.
Point 10 on my BMI. I don't see how much.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Wait, what?
What?
Did you get taller?
Well, it says points. Oh, I must have been 188.
Oh.
No. 0.7 pounds for 3 days.
Wait, it said you went down?
Yeah, well, that's my BMI. Nice.
All right, nice work, dude.
I still need 21.4 though. That's not cool. Oh.
All right, the weighing challenge is on.
See you next week.
What happened, dude? Was it the ramen? It must have been the ramen.
It must have been the ramen. All right, so far, week 2, I'm not doing very well. I'm up a pound.
I'm down half a pound. You're up a pound.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, you have to lose 10 pounds, 10 or 11. I have to lose 20.
Yeah.
So now you have to lose 11 pounds. I have to lose 20 and a half or something.
So eventually we're going to cross, and you're gonna pass me going down,
yes.
and then I'm going to be up at like 190. No.
So basically the contest is, are you fat? And Tobin is saying yes.
Wait, I thought the goal was to get fat. I completely misunderstood this content. Nobody explained the rules to me.
And I was just saying, dude, you gain muscle. It's obviously muscle.
Obviously. Right? So actually, we were talking some shit about maybe going forward. You and I might do some sort of contest where it's like which one of us can do more chin-ups, or more push-ups.
So physical challenges, dude.
Embarrassing ourselves on the internet is, I'm not sure, the wisest idea, but it does encourage us to get in better shape. Where it's like, if I show you guys that I can literally do like 2 chin-ups before falling on my fat ass, then I want to do more fucking chin-ups so I'm not so embarrassed. Yeah.
And what I'm hoping is like, definitely give us comments in the YouTube, like what sort of physical challenge you think would be funny and what you think we can't do.
Yeah.
And then I want to start seeing videos of people doing it as well. Because we need videos of like people being fat and getting skinnier. It doesn't matter.
If we do a chin-up video, I want to see other people sending in chin-up videos. Yeah. It's like how well they can do in the chin-ups.
And it better not be one people doing 20 people because we're not going to show it.
People are just like doing one arm like, what? This seems really easy.
Guess what?
Why are you guys so fat? Yeah.
We're not going to play that.
So we got 2 really nice videos this week
from
people doing the weigh-in challenge. First up is from Ryoku Maror. I totally butchered that. I'm sorry.
Hi NooBTooB, this is Ryoku Maror, and this is me just like putting up my refit results for your NooBTooB challenge. So here's the video. Hello NooBTooB, this is Ryoku Maror, and I'm doing this for your weird NooBTooB challenge thing. So there's my refit. I've just done my, here we go. I've gained bad. Alright, my weight is just over 13 stone. So yeah, you kind of didn't, the video cut off before you heard how much I was actually going to lose. So I'm going to try and make myself lose over a stone, so it's going to be like a stone 3 pounds, something like that. I'll put the actual weight I'm going to lose in the description, and I look forward to seeing how you guys have changed and how much I have changed in the next 3 months. Yow!
Wow.
Yes.
So I think that's really awesome. We have a first weigh-in video.
What is a stone?
I have 2 stones.
That's all I know. How much do they weigh?
Apparently 14 pounds. Jesus Christ.
Elephantitis Yuzo. So yeah, if you guys don't know, Stone is 14 pounds, so she is claiming, or she's, planning on losing 14 pounds, which is admirable.
Yes, so and it is reasonable too, because one of the things that we noticed in the thread, people were saying, I'm going to lose 80 pounds, I'm going to lose, I'm like, dude, don't do that. No, seriously,
be realistic. Like at the very, very, very top end, you guys should be saying you could lose 30 pounds in 3 months, and that is if you are working out every day and eating healthy. Like that is the very most anybody could lose. Most people, you guys should be doing like 10, 15, 20.
Like 1 or 2 pounds a week is actually the healthy, like between 1 and 2 pounds, like don't try to do more than that, because that's actually unhealthy.
And it feels better if you hit it. It's like it's nice to be able to have reachable goals. And we also got a video from Cow Launcher.
Yes. So check it out.
And Baby Cow Launcher.
And Baby Calf Launcher.
Calf Launcher, my bad. Here we go.
Hey NooBTooB, it's Cow Launcher. Just saw your recent video, and I want to join in on the fun of the weight loss challenge. And just like you guys, I went ahead and fired up Wii Fit. Let's take a look at that. So it's been 320 days since I've last used Wii Fit. So my last BMI was 30.22, now it's 32.88, and my weight has went up dramatically. So we're gonna have to start working out, I think. As you can see, I've been neglecting my workout on the Wii, and I put on a few pounds, and I'm hoping to take some of that off just in time for bikini season. So I'm gonna be using my Dance Dance Revolution arcade. I borrowed an old 7th Mix PCB board from my buddy, and that's my favorite mix. I hope to get on there, work up a sweat, and lose some weight. So I'll update my status as much as I can, and thanks for hosting this. We will see ya. Yow!
Dude, he does not look that heavy.
He doesn't. He carries his weight, like, very well.
Yes. And he was mentioning he hasn't been working out in a while. Like, we saw him at PAX, and he was on the DDR.
He owns a DDR, dude. He just wrecked jack shit at DDR.
Yeah, so like, I think it'll be good. Like, so here's a couple of goals for you, physical challenges for you. You should definitely do some 10 or 9 feet.
Yeah.
Double A's.
Yeah.
If you can get that, I think the amount of time you're going to be spending to get that good.
Yeah,
it'll be good.
That is amazing how good he is at DDR. So
yeah, so thanks
stick with it. That is a great workout. That's an excellent workout. So next up is NooBTooB. My favorite time of the week. It's the time when Yuzo finally gets fucking embarrassed, and not just me.
Yeah. So the winner of this week is from Spectro.
Yeah.
I do not agree that it's the winner.
This is the Ballad of Gay Yuzo, which
wrong.
Yuzo sings every week upon the internet.
Yeah, apparently so. That picture is wrong.
Yeah. But you have such a manly mustache to go with your such girly figure.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I had them, I might just be like, yeah, all right.
I would never leave the house.
That's right.
And we would get more views.
We
Actually,
would
if you
actually
had that body. I don't
yeah.
know about with that head.
No,
but
you'd have to like.
You know, it'd be this show would be you with a paper bag and your titties out.
That's right.
Yuzo's titties.
Talking about games.
We'd be 100,000 views a week.
Easily.
It'd just be like titty tube.
Dude, you look at like the top gaming podcasts. That's all it is just women who suck. Right? No, I'm just like, yeah, this is awesome. Woo! It's just like.
This is called us making friends with our peers. We're like, yeah, there's this one podcast called NooBTooB. It's pretty awesome. Everyone else sucks dick.
I'm just saying. If we had tits,
we'd be unstoppable.
We would be unstoppable.
We would be unstoppable. But sadly, we don't.
We don't.
Not good-looking tits anyway.
We have moobs, but not boobs.
Nobody wants to see that shit.
No, each week we like to feature NooBTooB on our show. If you have an interesting story, interesting question, or funny whatever, give us a call.
Yep, and you can contact us toll-free at 888-233-8480 or send your files to feedback@NooBTooB.com. Also, be sure to post them as a video response on YouTube and enunciate your name clearly.
Oh my God! Yeah, we spent like 5 times. Like, what was that guy? I have no idea.
From Prabha.
Yes, keep all videos under a minute and tell us where you are from, not from the forums, if you want to get played on the show.
And don't forget the yow.
Yo.
So first up, we have Texicus with a question.
Hey, boys. Texicus here again. Just with a question for you. What do you think of gaming tattoos? I'm thinking of getting something like an old school NES controller, the Excite Bike guy, something along those lines. You know, a Kickle tat would be pretty fucking glorious. Any ideas, or should I just chalk up the whole idea to trying to close out my 20s with a bang? Any ideas would be great, guys. Yow.
I love them. I love gaming tattoos.
I think they're really awesome on other people. I'm not a big tattoo person myself, but when I see a really good one, I'm like, damn, that's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah. We've got a buddy, Mikey, who was sending a video way back in like the episode 30s, like way back in the day. But he has like Samus,
like 5 or 6 or something.
Yeah,
like
he's
that?
got Crazy Taxi. He's got a whole bunch of really and they've all been kind of games that were really meaningful to him, which is cool.
And that's what tattoos should be, right?
Yes.
It should be something meaningful for you. And the thing is, I have a couple of like blogs where I'm reading like bad tattoos.
Yeah.
People always pick stuff that's just of the moment.
Yeah.
And it's just like, in a year or two, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, don't get all your base tattoos. You know what I mean? Like, don't get the meme of the moment. Get something where it's like you personally spent 1,000 fucking hours playing that game.
Yes.
And also, if you're a girl, I cannot even tell you how hot a gaming tattoo would be on a girl because they're always on dudes. It's always some fucking dude, with like, it's Mega Man.
Yeah, I've seen some kind of really bad tattoos on girls.
Well, I mean, we're talking about get good ones, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like
a peach. Like a peach would be pretty hot, actually, right?
So imagine this, right?
Yeah, okay.
So you take a chick home.
Yeah.
You guys are going at it.
That's right. Yeah.
Maybe from behind. Let's say
perhaps.
Maybe her shirt comes up and as her tramp stamp instead of like a flower or like a tribal thing, there's fucking peach. Like there is like just something from like Mario or something
or Zelda. You're like
I would shit my pants at how cool that girl was.
You'd actually probably get done early, and she would be disappointed.
She would be disappointed, but that wouldn't be different than normal.
It's just like it'd just be a little earlier.
Yes.
That's right.
But I mean, seriously,
actually, I think about it. I'm like, you're right.
I would be very, very impressed.
So right about here.
Yeah.
Peach,
The
Zelda.
tramp stamp. Make a nerdy tramp stamp. Come on. But so
Samus, no suit. Samus. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Ooh, no suit, Samus. That's nice.
That's a good one.
But so,
but what would you get? What would you get?
I've thought about this before. Like I was thinking I might get like a Link.
Really? Which Link though? The original,
The original Link, the
okay.
8-bit Link. Like I've thought about that. I mean, like I've been trying to think about the games that over time have stuck with me, and like Zelda is one of the ones, like the original Zelda has really, really, really stuck with me.
So I don't think it would be a console game for me. It'd probably be more of a PC game because I was a big PC gamer back in the day. Like definitely Purple Tentacle.
Yeah.
Right, that'd be up there.
Yep.
Or Sam. Right.
I know what I'd get.
Sam or Max, say what?
Manny Calavera. Manny Calaveras.
Yeah, how though? Like in what kind of pose? Just sitting there, like smoking?
Probably just sitting there smoking a cigar.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That is exactly who I'd get.
Gladys?
Absolutely. Maybe Gladys. Who knows? If I went tat happy.
Oh shit! You know what I get?
What's that?
About it? Maybe Raz.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Ooh.
Yeah, from Psychonauts.
Because nobody would get it for the most part, right? You'd be like, huh, who is that? With what? Like,
yeah. You're noticing a pattern here? Tim Schafer.
Yeah.
The old Tim Schafer.
So yeah, I think I would definitely be from probably the late 80s, early 90s. Yeah. Like definitely when gaming was like my core, where I was 24/7 gaming.
That's right.
Something, so.
But yes, we love gaming tattoos. And if you guys have gaming tattoos.
Dude, pics. Videos.
Pics and videos. Send in your pictures and videos of your gaming tattoos. We love that shit. Please, please, please.
Dude, if enough people send them out, we'll have a whole rating system, right?
Yes.
We'll have a contest.
Yes, absolutely. And if you're a forum member and you send in a picture of a gaming tattoo, we will give you a newbie on the forums.
Make a thread.
Make a thread. So we have a question from Emily Kano. Kano wins. Finish him.
Hi NooBTooB, it's Emily Kano from the NooBTooB Army on Steam, and I know you guys reviewed BioShock a while back, and with BioShock 2 coming up soon, I was looking on the internet and I found out that there's going to be a BioShock film, and it is official. The director was going to be the man who directed Pirates of the Caribbean, but it's been changed to the man who directed 28 Weeks Later. It's going to be filmed completely on a green screen due to budget reasons, and the casting hasn't been started yet. But I'm thinking that since it's under a lot of budget restrictions, that the plug's going to get pulled on this production pretty early. I was wondering what you think. I'm wondering if you think that it's going to be a semi-decent movie, because we all know how some video game movies turn out. And I'm wondering if you think it's going to get canceled early on, and just your opinion in general. Thanks, guys. Yow.
Dude, I think a BioShock movie would be awesome.
I think a BioShock movie could be awesome.
Could be awesome, yes.
Because it's already very much a cinematic experience.
Oh, absolutely. And the setting is great. I think, like, you can even just take the original story of BioShock. It's just like, it's an adventure, right? You're going from one area to the other. You're encountering different characters. It's basically an undersea road trip.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, so 28 Days Later I thought was pretty good. I think that's kind of a weird director for this movie. Like, I would kind of...
Weirder than the Gore Verbinski? I mean,
if you think about Pirates of the Caribbean, like, that had a lot of kind of cartoony...
I liked the first one was okay, but like the second and third were like terrible, I thought. So
I was thinking like somebody... Because, I mean, the thing is there's a very, very strong political bent to it. And there's a very strong visual bent to it. So if you think about it, like, for me, a perfect director for that would be like David Fincher.
Ooh, David Fincher would be good.
David Fincher would rock that shit.
I was kind of thinking, Batman.
Tim Burton.
No. Well, actually, no. Tim Burton would be really awesome
too. Pretty good too.
No, the last Batman.
Whoever. I don't know who did Batman Begins.
He's Memento, right? What was his name? Anyhow, but
the guy that did Batman Begins.
I
didn't realize it was the same guy.
I think so. But I mean, there's like, there's a ton of.
But I mean, you want these directors that have. I don't know who did Requiem for a Dream, for example.
Yeah. Fuck. Why am I blanking all these fucking names?
I don't know. So I mean, like, if we were able to pull these directors out of our.
I had IMDb right here.
Exactly, but I mean, there's directors that are known for doing political and visual stuff. I mean, because BioShock needs. It needs to just be this. The world has to jump off the screen,
and you have to incorporate that element of philosophy.
Yes,
and all the way throughout the entire movie. I mean, right?
So, you can't just like turn it into an action film. You cannot do that. You can't have like Vin Diesel as a big daddy. It's just like it's just not gonna work. You got to do it right. You got to.
It's just like, you can't have Jake Gyllenhaal like buff up and do a video game movie, right? That would be terrible.
Of course, that movie is going to be fucking terrible. No interest
pretty
in
much.
That movie.
But it's just like I think it'd possibly be good. She was talking about like entirely green screen.
Yeah,
I'm worried about that because the last movie that was pretty much that was the fucking Star Wars sequels for the most part.
Yeah,
right?
That's true. Well, Sin City was all green screen. That was all right.
Yeah, I guess it was.
I mean, it always depends on the director. So it's just like if they find somebody good, they find somebody good.
So let's hope.
Here's hoping. Yeah, we will. No matter who directs it, we're going to watch it.
Really? Because, dude, what's the last video game
Maybe.
movie you watched? Resident Evil, and that was probably for Mila, right? Not for anything else.
Maybe they'll get Mila Jovovich to be
Who? A little sister?
A splicer, I don't know.
Yeah, let's just get all this hot. Like, we'll get Angelina Jolie, Mila Jovovich as little sisters. Like, dressed, you know. There you go.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not going to watch Prince of Persia. So.
I might rent it when it's out. Well, I mean, I'm curious because like I really like the style of Prince of Persia.
Yeah.
But like, hey, cast. So it's probably it'll be BioShock 1, not BioShock 2. Who'd you put in BioShock 1? Because it's kind of no name,
well, he never
right?
talks for one thing. I mean, you have to give him dialogue. You know, like you'd have to pick some.
You're gonna look at him for most of the thing. Like, who would you pick?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah,
I'd have to think about that.
So yeah, let us know.
If you got ideas for who should be in the BioShock movie, let us know. That'd be pretty funny. So that is our show for the week, folks. Here's hoping for better games soon.
Please.
So check out our website at NooBTooB.com. Participate in the forums by clicking the community tab at the top of the front page.
Yes, if you're watching the video on YouTube, hopefully they've already rolled all those changes. You can actually now subscribe up there. Let me move over there. Also rate the video, actually not with 5 stars, but with a thumbs up on Tobin's junk.
Yep.
And if you want, embed my junk somewhere.
Ladies love my junk.
That's on this episode. I'm Yuzo Watanabe.
And I'm Tobin Gozire. Audio engineering for NooBTooB is done by Range Oregon Happy Trail Strunk. Thanks for listening. We'll see y'all next week. We're out.
See ya. Just a run through real quick. Okay. Yeah. All right. Hey, so recording episode 107. Oh wait. Yeah. Hold on. Wait about a few seconds.